So I've been with Elite for over a decade now. I've known John O'Sullivan just as long. When I joined Elite, I was at a real crossroads. I'd gotten married. I'd written a business plan for a new idea that I was waiting to launch, and John O'Sullivan was incredibly helpful to me in helping me make a choice. He gave me some insight into how to pick an investor, how to find the right environment for myself. And thanks to the advice he gave me, I made the right decision. I was backed by RIG, which is a recruitment investment group, and I grew the business within that infrastructure. And then after we sold it, it became CPL UK. We sold it to CPL Resources PLC. But throughout that time, I've stayed with Elite. As I've gone through all the ups and downs, from building a startup, from scaling it, from going through downturns, from making mistakes and learning from them, having Elite supporting me has been incredibly helpful. More recently, Sid and Tara, who also form a part of Elite now, have been incredibly helpful in advice. They're direct. And I guess the thing I enjoy most about Elite is the peer-to-peer learning. It's being able to talk to somebody who's in the exact same situation as you, but might have a different perspective. So for me, Elite's been great. When I first started, what is today CPL UK, the tech and healthcare side, was Rig Locums, and it was me. So I had a blank canvas, and I had to build it from scratch. And every step of that evolution, from going to a 20-man company to a 100-man business, to going through an acquisition, to becoming part of a big PLC or a large group, all those things required evolution. And having Elite as an environment where you didn't have any egos, there was no stupid question. You could talk to people who'd been there before, who'd done that, and just ask, how do you manage? Just being able to see that different perspective has been incredibly helpful. For me personally, I've gone through a lot of evolution myself. Generally speaking, people from sort of my background, no A levels, no university degree, coming from an ethnic minority, I think the stats are not in my favor, not in recruitment anyway. And the only opportunities I've ever been able to lead in my life have been either startups or turnarounds. And having an environment where I can walk in, where I'm not on the back foot, where if I've got something to say that's valuable, and it doesn't matter if I'm running a big business or a small business or a big P&L or a small P&L, and just being able to have your voice heard because what you said is valuable lifts your confidence. So for me, it's helped me evolve as well as a leader, and I'm really grateful for that. My advice for anyone looking to join Elite is, first of all, do it. And I would say also, you get out what you put in. You've got to be able to go on those calls, the video calls or the face-to-face meetings. I miss those, by the way, and add value. Be able to say things. You can leave the ego at the door, and if you can embrace it and be open and honest, then you're going to get that back in abundance. Sid and Tara and John have just been incredible in mentoring us through a very challenging period in the COVID-19 pandemic. But if you don't speak up, you're not willing to put your weaknesses in front of your peers, then you might not get as much out of it as you want. For example, we've had to deal with things we've never thought we'd have to deal with. Hybrid working, remote working, lockdown, and being inside your own head when dealing with these challenges, when you've never dealt with those challenges before. There's no business book for that. There's no business book that I know of that says pandemic for CEOs. You have to sort of make it up as you're going along. But having 20, 30 other CEOs also making it up as they go along and sharing best practice just makes that chance of success a bit better. But you have to be able to speak up. You can't just be at the back of the corner and not engaging. And my final word on that is, I think, there are many networks out there. For me, ironically, Elite is it's not really elite. It's the most equal place that I feel that I belong. It's a place where I have a voice. It's a place where it doesn't matter my antecedents, my background, or anything like that. If I've got something valuable to add, and if what I'm saying has merit, it will be heard. And if what I'm saying sounds stupid, then someone will challenge me and tell me back. So if that's the sort of environment that appeals to you, then elite's for you.